we're gonna get into it as we get into it.
All right.
Hey, what's happening, you guys? I'm here with Chris Weber. He's the owner of Bad Times, the brand. You go ahead and take it from here, Chris.
What's going on? Owner and creator of Bad Times USA. Thank you, Troy, for having me on here. That's about it. Just a brand I've been wanting to make, and coming out the valley, just trying to make cool shit. That's really all that it is. Just
nice,
trying
man.
to make handcrafted stuff, coming straight from like real creators and stuff, not having it manufactured somewhere else. Just like,
yeah. So how long have you had the brand for now? How long has it been now?
it's about to be a year, coming up in March, actually, in a couple of days, actually.
A year.
The 13th, I believe, is when I officially like bought the name, registered it as a business.
Oh, so you registered? You're legit.
I got nothing like crazy. I just own like the name, but I'm like registered as a business.
Man, 1 year. I would have never believed that. I would have believed if you said 5 years, because the way the way I even met you and even came across your whole brand, man, was everybody's sporting Bad Times at the skate park. You know,
it's pretty crazy. The support's real.
Hey, that's crazy, man, because not a lot of people have brands and stuff, but not a lot of people have that rep that, you know, your team reps hard, man. Your team reps hard. Everybody I see, even when you're not there, they're wearing that brand. So that just comes to show the brand power, you know, the brand power really goes that far, man.
It's a humbling thing to see. It's pretty crazy to see too. I don't like to wear my own clothing. I do here and there, but when it comes to the park, like somebody's gonna have something on, so I'm just like, yeah, I just can't wear it in general either. But it's real cool to see, and it definitely is heavily supported and slowly getting bigger. But it's all about like the beginning and the support in the beginning. That's what's crazy. And I try to like remember everyone personally. It's hard. It gets too many faces.
So let's talk about this. Before you even started the brand, were you a very social, outgoing guy? Were you like, hey, you know?
No, never. I don't really think I am right now either. I tend to keep to myself. It's just like how
a lot of us are, man. A lot of us don't want to just be out there and put ourselves out there and just have to chit chat left and right, you know, for the public. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you want to keep it low key and just go about your life.
Yeah. But I have my select friends, but I'm not like secluding or anything. Like I'll say what's up to everyone. Once I go into Pedlo or whatever park, whoever I see or recognize, I have to like, I'm going to tell them what's up. Like
I see,
just
man.
Out of respect and just to say what's up. Like we're skating.
So walk me through this, man. Let's take a few steps back. How do we even start Bad Times? You know, because I met you when that brand was fully thriving, man. So you say 1 year, that's pretty wild because the reputation is out there. And how'd you even get that started? Was it an idea that you jumped on from one day to another? Did you kind of put ideas together and you know, you were like, how do we even get to the name? Was the name, you know, did it snap right away, Bad Times? How we even get to the name,
man? All right, so got a good story or good coming up of the name. First off, I got to give a shout out. Ruthless Designs.
All right, Ruthless Designs.
That's my brother right there. That's where he's a graphic designer, badass artist. And it really came from him starting that. He's had it for a while now, and it was like back when I was in like early high school, late middle school. He started it, and that's when I like started to get like to wear my own clothes and whatnot, like because I went to a school where you had to wear a uniform and whatever.
Were you big on logos? Oh, you had to wear uniforms, so you
we had to wear a uniform. So I've gone to like all the schools I've gone to, I had to wear a uniform, so I never really like knew how to like dress properly, other than like my parents dressing me.
Hey, but when you got to wear a uniform, sometimes you learn how to make it work. You know, you sometimes, you know, You got a little cuff in the pants. You make it work,
Yep,
you know.
the shoes got to work, the right
Yeah, the
sock,
shoes. You
your
already know, man.
belt. Your
The
belt is
belt,
the biggest thing. We have to tuck in your shirt.
man. Seriously,
Like
man. We make it work.
I was like back then I had to do that. I don't like to do it now, but I mean I do. There's times where you have to and where
Yeah,
you
yeah.
could and do it, but like back then that's I don't know that like
It
being forced
evolves.
to do that. Yeah.
It evolves. So let me ask
Uh,
you this, man. Are you trying to keep bad times? First of all, we got to keep going with the name. You know,
yeah.
let's keep up with the name. So keep going with that, man.
So it's just like from my brother, like and
But
then
where did you
finally
get bad
be
times?
yeah,
What made you think like bad times? You know, that's a very interesting one because I don't really get like, you know what I mean? Is it like LA Times? Is it like
it's kind of like that. I just because of the photography I do and everything, like the stuff I try and put out, like it is like based off that because I am sometime soon going to be putting out photo books and stuff that I have. I have way too many photos I don't share, and I hate to post them on Instagram because just like it's not, it just
they go to
loses
waste?
value. Yeah,
They go to
the work
waste. Yeah.
that yeah, like the work and the quality it could look on an actual piece of paper would look better, but it's not like heavily based off LA Times. I was just like it kind of fit well.
I didn't even mean based on. I mean like
No,
how LA
like yeah,
Times is
just
like, you
like
know, the
the
news, what's happening. You is
yes,
like
yes,
what's happening.
it is in a way like that because I'm gonna have slowly. I'm just trying to build the name now. Like slowly, I'm gonna be putting out like pieces of work that are around like bad times.
What's coming up next? What's the next drop looking like? What are we
It's
sitting
just
on?
a couple teas. It's nothing too crazy.
Now, is it
Just
would you
like
call it a skateboard brand primarily, or would you say it's like a culture overall,
it's the
just
culture. Like
the culture?
it's I don't really want to call it a skateboard brand, but it is heavily influenced by skateboarding.
One
Everyone
million
that
percent.
is around it skateboards. Like the culture of skateboarding made it. So that's
A,
what I
a
can't call it.
natural,
Yeah.
natural
It's just
organic collaboration.
yeah, it's just like it's a clothing brand, but it is heavily influenced by skateboarding. So it is in a way a skateboarding clothing brand, we'll call it.
What do you think about Bobby Hundreds? You know, making his way out and just starting, his own thing, and now seeing it where it's at. You know, he's got a whole empire behind his name. That's pretty
The
crazy how
yeah,
that guy was.
the hundreds pretty clean. I never got to rock
Got
it
it.
or anything. Like
Not me
never
neither.
had the
What were
money
you?
to get it.
Nah, man, that stuff was worth a pretty penny, huh? So what brands were you messing with before you did Bad Times? Were you big on logos? Were you big on like crew necks? What were you doing? You know what? Before Bad Times, were you just rocking tees with logos of other things, and you said, you know what? I just would rather have my name on a tee than something else. You know?
It was like well for a minute I like to wear just plain shirts, just plain different colored shirts, but mainly like dark colors, grays, blues, blacks, obviously is white. But I like a white shirt more. But I I don't know what kind of I don't really go out the way to get like Supreme or anything like the higher not the higher end stuff, but like
Your
the
brand gives me that kind of vibe, though. You know, the rarity of it. You know, I get that same vibe, but it's not like a copy in any way or a stretch of imagination. You know, when I see Bad Times, I see its own crew. It already has its own feel, man. You know, whether you see it or not. You know, when I see the crew and I see you guys, I'm just like with that first moment, it really struck me because you have something there. You know what I mean? And sometimes you don't realize what's there because it's actively going on around us. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? It's taking place and it's moving a million miles per hour. But
Hard to pay attention to everything that's moving around it. It's crazy. I try to keep my eye on everything, but yeah, the
are
people
you running
behind
it
it.
all on your own? Are you right
I have
now?
all my brothers help me. Everyone helps me when it comes to shipping, it's me. It's all a
Hmm,
one man
oh
shipping
man,
team. So sorry whoever watches this that waits on my shipping sometimes, but
ooh, it's all
that's
good.
the I have a
That's
lot
the
of help. I have a lot
reality.
of
That's
help.
the
Yeah.
reality, man.
But it's not only I can't say it's only ran by me. The like production part is me and my brothers, obviously. But then like the branding and stuff is like everyone that rocks it really. Like and then everyone that just reposts anything like they're the people that actually like run it and put it out there. Like
Your team
I
looks like they kind of help run it organically, just like on their own, but they help you out, but not like it doesn't look like you have them set on jobs. It looks like they're about the
No,
thing, and
once
they're
we
just like,
get
hey,
there, I
let's
told them like once we're there and we have warehouse or something, like I'm hooking everyone up. I want to keep it small. I'm not trying to do anything crazy
hell
or
yeah,
like sell to anyone. I'd rather have my own place, my
right,
own
right.
like a storefront or something.
Based in LA, you want to keep it based in LA.
Or the valley somewhere, just
Nice.
San Fernando Valley or whichever area, LA, whichever's really, I'm just gonna let it play out and see what would suit it best and what would be best around it and whatnot.
Maybe a store. You think that'd be the perfect scenario? A bad time
Something
store.
like a small one, like, but something I can do. I have like an idea. I don't want to
Don't
give
put it
too
out.
much away. Yeah,
No,
but
I got you. I got you.
just like
All right.
nothing too crazy, nothing too crazy. A one store, only LA. I don't really want to.
You don't have to tell me nothing, man. But you shoot for the stars, man. You do it exactly how you want to do it. We'll bring it on. We'll talk about it when it's taking place and it's happening, and we're laughing about it in the future, man. But that's awesome, man. So let me ask you this, brother. When you came with the idea of starting the brand, how did you take the feedback of other people saying, you know what, man, how many brands are there out there already? You know, did you get a little bit of that? Some people being
That's
like,
that's with like everyone, I think, honestly, that tries to start anything. Like when somebody plays a guitar, they're like, oh, you're not gonna be Jimi Hendrix or somebody or whatever, or
right, right.
somebody painting and they're like, oh, you're not gonna be the next Picasso. Like that already happened, but like I don't think you should focus on that, like the negatives about it. Just be like, you're starting something that's yours, and if people like it, they're gonna like it. If the people that don't like it, they don't need to give their say. You don't have to listen to them. They can give their 2 cents. You still don't have to listen to them. But
You
there
don't care about
was,
that feedback.
yeah,
You
there
don't
was a
take
little
feedback.
bit of that. Yeah, I don't really care about it. Like there's gonna be another brand coming out every year. Like somebody's gonna have something new, but not all of them are gonna last. Not all of them have like a real like concept or like idea behind what they want to do or a map behind what they want to do.
How'd you get your map of road to success? Is this your first brand out the bat?
I'm lost right now, but we're looking for
we,
the bottle to wash up on the shore
we,
because we're
we, we got
stuck at sea right now.
we got the map backwards. Oh, we're stuck at sea. We gotta watch out
We're
for the
piecing
sharks.
it together. We're piecing it. I got a few pieces back there.
We got
It's,
half the map. We're looking for the
it's
other half.
coming together. No, but
Nice,
honestly,
man.
I wouldn't even have any like good advice other than just to not buy too much product that you can't sell, and don't try and like steal art. That's the biggest thing. Be original and have all original concepts, or at least try to, because I
It
don't know.
feels more legit, anyways,
Yeah,
right? You
it's
cheat your
more,
way to the top. You know what is
yeah,
that all
more
about?
authentic and stuff. Like it's all true, and you like got something you want to put out there that's different.
Absolutely, check him out, you guys. He's a real auteur, man. It's called an auteur. That's a guy who says he does it how he wants to do it, and you're the captain of the ship, Chris, and you do it the way you want to do it, and you're an original, brother. That's awesome, man. That's big respects to you, man. Big respects to you. You got your brand up and running 1 year. I wouldn't ever believed 1 year, honestly. I would have
Still
believed three.
going. It's
It's
still
still growing. It is.
I
It is,
still
man.
wanted to do I still wanted I wanted to do a lot more, but I don't regret like not doing more, because the what I did was good enough, I feel, for the
Well,
first year.
yeah, man. Okay, that's a the first year is the biggest one. A lot of people they make the Instagram, they get a little thumbnail and they put the profile photo, and then they get a little attention here and there. But then a week goes by, 2 weeks go by, and
They
then the
lose that
steam
motivation.
they lose the motivation. Man, you have a full running culture on that page right there. You could jump on it right now, and you got the whole family. The culture and the family of the brand repping it. How you keep
Definitely.
that going? Does it go naturally? Because you have that going. Your brand is
Yeah, it does.
actively and
It
naturally just
does go naturally, like, because just the people that rock it and wear it, they'll tag it or whatever. Just people told me like, oh, I was wearing it the other day and people were asking me what it was, and it's just really just moving about itself. Like I I don't try to like direct it or whatever. I like promote it, or I should probably promote it a little more. But
You do a lot of your promotion in person, or do you some stuff? Do you do a little bit online? Do you
well,
do a
it's all
little bit
just
half
on
and
like
half?
Instagram. I don't really like pay for promotions or anything because I just feel I like the word of mouth. Like, oh, what is it? If they're really interested, they're gonna ask about it, and then they'll look it up. If not, they won't. And well, there could be a promotion, like paid promotion or something on Instagram, and get just a more wave of people thrown at it like that. But I like to keep it small at first to keep it like authentic and really see who's rocking with it and whatnot,
Yeah,
and feed
absolutely. You
off that. Yeah.
take over the local group. You work your way up. Absolutely. Absolutely. And once again, it's all happening organically, it seems like. And when I talk to you, it seems like even you know, there's some people that are like, listen, man, by tomorrow, I want the whole city wearing it. And they got not unrealistic expectations, but they're a little unrealistic. You know what I mean? And it seems like with you, you're a little more like honest about what the brand is all about. I feel like you and the brand intertwine together, and it's just all of it is real deal, straight to the point. You know what I mean? We're not out here trying to make noise where we don't want it to attract noise. We're just making noise where the noise wants to be heard, and people
Hmm.
seem to respect that. And sometimes you get more respect from that than just being so in your face to everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
just absolutely.
Like you can
And
have a badass brand or like a hard brand, but come at things a way different way and like respectful, but be very disrespectful in the same way, and have people like understanding it and fucking
right,
with you instead of being like straight like fuck you in your face. But I mean, I
right. Or
have a thing that says that, but like it's like a given.
it's a different thing. It's different than
Yeah,
a
it's
guy
like
that comes with like
there's a
a
right
two.
time for that.
Yup, yup. Instead of that guy with the $200 shirt that's like, "Hey man, buy it, man," without any other reason besides just buy it, man. You know that you might
Yeah.
not get that love that you need with the
No, I'm
brand.
not.
You need
Yeah, I wouldn't like be trying to sell my stuff for that high. I'd rather like have the person want it because like it's a cool design, or they want to have that like shown on them or something or whatever.
you don't think we'll get that to that point where it's so rare we might have to pay $200 for a bad times team, man? It's
Not for me
possible.
though, never for me. I
Not
promise that. Like
not from
you'll
you.
you'll pay for the quality. I'll never charge for a $200 or crazy t-shirt like that. Like never
I
like
got
that.
you. How about some jeans? You guys making jeans right now?
I'm looking into that. I'm looking into because there's a lot of people that just get a pair of jeans and then embroider over it, debadge it and stuff, like unstitch the tag, and then they sell it for themselves, or sell it like if they cut and sewed it.
That's interesting,
And
right?
they're just doing a 10-minute sew job on their machine and then selling it for like $80, and it's a pair of Dickies that they
Acting
got
like
for probably
Picasso.
like, yeah, they got like a $10 pair of Dickies or something for wholesale or whatever.
Yep, 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 yep. If you got, you know, there's something to. I respect the craftsmanship when it comes to playing with your stuff and putting this and that. But if you're gonna, like you said, you're gonna maybe oversell it a little bit. You know, it might play off a little bit different.
Yeah, yeah. There are things that I have in mind that will be like pricey, but they're gonna be obviously quality pieces, and you're gonna pay for the quality. I'm not gonna overcharge or give an unrealistic price, but I am gonna put a price on what not I, but what we have produced and created, brought to life for you to want that bad.
Nice, man. All right. Well, all right, guys. Coming up after our commercial break, we're gonna get more into the brand and the future of the brand, Chris. So when we come back, all right, man. Cool. So I'm gonna fix a little lighting thing here, and that's gonna play real smooth. I got a little commercial, and we'll give it a little. Nice, man. Nice. Well, this is good. This is a good episode, and it's good
Fun.
talking. It's fun, man. It's fun. It's interesting, right? Talking on Zoom like this. It's
Mm,
kind of funny, right? You know, yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's fun. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, man, it's been pretty fun. You know, I even for me, it's been not that long of me doing this, but it's been, you know, for me, it comes kind of naturally. I've been doing this since I was forever. You know, I worked at a newspaper stand before I lived in the valley, and all day, every day, I was doing stuff like this, and people would be like, "Man, if we had a microphone and a camera here, this would have been." And I had some good
We
conversations with
we
people,
say
man.
that
So,
all the time, like when we're hanging out and we're just packed in like someone's car and we're eating, just hanging out. Like we should just have like a a podcast here, just like the random conversations going on, the arguments going on, and the
Yeah, man. I tell all the homies, do the
shenanigans.
same thing, man. I'm not exclusive to this. I'm not special. I'm trying to do something cool just because, it's me.
Oh,
But
this is good. This is cool. You have a good following and everything, and it can grow nice because this is like the not many people do this in the valley. I feel for with the up and coming people from wherever, you could get more people in the valley, and you would become a like a podcast from the valley or LA, and that would be
my intentions are just to get as many ears on it as possible so
mm,
that they can get as much value as possible. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, man, I really do just like to talk to people like you and the next guy and the other guy, because I like to just hear people's stories and how they do things, the mechanics, just talk about the mechanics of how things run. You know what I mean? The popularity is one thing. I think popularity grows with just doing it, staying true to it, and just keeping
yeah,
it, keeping it
staying
going.
true. And like not a lot of people should focus on like the popularity or whatever. I feel a lot of people do focus on the popularity and like the money from it, and then forget that you should put in like some quality stuff into your work, and then you'll get a better following from that, and then people will be willing to pay for more stuff that you could really put quality into.
Well said, man. Well said. Well said.
They don't think, no one like really, well,
People
a
don't think
few,
that
the
way.
very few, but a lot of the up and coming people don't think that way.
They're on that chase, on that chase, on that
Mm-hmm.
race.
Mm-hmm. All
All right, guys,
respect to them.
we're back from our commercial break. We're here with Chris Weber, owner of Bad Times. Am I saying your last name right, Chris? Chris
Yeah,
Weber?
Weber.
Nice.
One B.
1B. Nice. That's a cool last name, man. Weber. That's a nice one. That's an interesting one. I like that hat you got there too, man. Bud Ball. That's a cool hat you got there,
Thank
man.
you, thank you.
It's clean. Is that a Bad Times hoodie we got on, man? What is that?
No,
You guys making?
it's a Huff hoodie, a
Oh, it's a
OG
Huff.
Huff hoodie.
Okay.
Rest in peace
Man,
to
I
the
was at a
OG
skate
Huff.
park in Glendale earlier this last year, and I actually saw Keith Huffnagel there. He had like his little girl there and his wife, and I didn't even know who he was, but somebody next, like a little kid, was like hitting the other kid, and he was like, "Yo, man, that's Huff." And I saw the guy, and it was it was really cool to see him. I didn't talk to him; he was doing his thing. He was with his
Mm.
daughter, but it was just really crazy how not
He's
too long after that happened. I didn't even, that was crazy, man. He's an OG. He was in the game for a while. That
hell yeah, he's a definitely a big influence on like my style and a lot everyone else, I'm pretty sure.
is Huff still
And
going as a brand? Is it still?
yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like it got to the point where he, or I don't know if I'm the one to say this, but just like me personally, like I felt like after he passed away, now it's just like not gonna be real
Same.
like authentic stuff anymore. They're probably just gonna be digging back in the old stuff and bringing up stuff.
I think it's
Or
like the
he had,
Playboy Mansion, right? How they just got to close it down. What are you gonna do with
yeah,
that?
yeah.
He was
Well, I
he was
don't, you
gone.
they can't close it down, but they should just keep like putting out just like keeping it simple because anyone will buy Huff now. Like keep it simple. Like they're the like collabs they were trying to do and stuff. They got good collabs. They had great collabs. But like I don't know.
Would you like?
They should just keep it simple.
How you
R.I.P.
looking with collabs, man? How you doing with collabs? Yeah, absolutely. By the way,
I
I didn't
got
mean to cut you off.
I can't say I
No,
can't
no,
say,
no. I know. We're not trying to get you to
but I
drop name, but
have
you're open to collabs. You like collabs. You're all
uh
you're doing them. You're collabing.
I'd like to like with the brand personally, like I have a few people, I have a few things coming, I have a few things I'm working on too with a few people, but like I don't, there's very few, I don't want to say it like in the wrong way, like if I'm putting any other brand down, but I just feel like it's just a different like vibe from each brand that I have to find the right one to coexist with mine and like make something that we would both like mix well on.
Absolutely. I mean,
And
it
like
literally is two different
mhm,
universes combining. It's like Marvel and DC coming together, and it can work, but it might not if you don't do it right.
yeah,
We might see like Superman and Spider-Man doing some funky stuff.
like it's
So
not gonna be a primitive Dragon Ball Z collab thing. Like I'm
mm,
not, there's none
I
of that coming around.
no, you like the the collaboration to work out in a very,
Mhm.
smooth and nice manner.
Yeah,
Nice man. No,
have
absolutely.
good
That's why I
good
asked you about.
chemistry in like the brands too. Like they both put out like not similar, but they have like that same feel and like style and whatnot. And just the owners really, if they know what's up, they're if you know somebody that owns something or whatever, and you know how they roll and what style they like, it just goes like that. Like it's
How you doing with styles when you're coming up with styles for bad times? Do you come up with your own original designs? Are you making things that you like and you're giving to the people? Or are you sort of in between where you say, I'm looking at what the people might want? You keep your ears open, I'm sure. Sometimes we put out what we want and it's like from the heart out. And then other times it's more like for the consumer. And I don't think
mm-hmm,
either one is wrong. I think they're just both a different direction.
mm-hmm. Well,
Like,
say that again. Sorry, I
yeah,
went
no, it's all
totally
good. I'll
blank.
ask, no, it's all good. I'll ask you again. So when you make your designs for bad times, are you, are they designs coming out of you from your style, or are they designs that you're taking from other people?
No,
Like,
they're definitely well, I'm heavily influenced. Everyone's heavily influenced by like all the artists they appreciate and like and styles they like. So they veered to that what they like and what you would probably see them wear and stuff.
got you,
But
got you.
I feel like well, my style is nothing special. It's like a generic style. Everyone else, I just like to rock logo stuff or small simple things with the something catchy or just the brands that I like and the styles they put out.
That's interesting you
But
say that though, man, because that's a lot of people. Not a lot of people want to wear a bunch of flash and flare. You know what I mean? A lot of people
mhm,
just like a t-shirt and a clean logo. You know what I
yeah,
mean? That's not.
that's what I try to stick with. And they do come from me, they stem from me, but they're not completely created for me. Like I have all my brothers that will help me. My brother DJ, the graphic designer, who will help me out with it. My brother Jimmy will help me out with it. My brother Steven will give little says on the design to see what to do, little tweaks, little adjusts that we can't see. So we got 8 eyes on it. So it does come from me. I like to keep all the designs that have came up like actual designs, except a few. All of them actually. They've all been from my head or whatever, and then chimed in on all our brothers, and then brought to life by the best artist or
So
whoever
you're
could
making things
get
that
it
you
right.
want. You're not at the
Yeah,
point where you're
I
like,
don't
man,
really I don't really look to other uh well, I already have like the vision or things in my head that I've seen that I pieces that I've bought, shirts that I like this that I've bought, whatever,
right, right,
a
right.
logo shirt that I've bought, and then it just my brainstorming or my ideas stem off of that and see what I could do and make that my own or keep that style but be completely different from it. But never like I'd say everything that I do make is for the consumer, but it's not, and it does come from me. I guess it works both ways because it is directed towards the consumers and what they would want. Like
I got
according to the
exactly what you're
seasons
saying,
too,
man.
like how I put the shorts out in the summertime, like that was for them. Like people needed shorts. I'm sure they wanted shorts and they wanted something different to wear, something nice to wear, or comfortable to wear. So it's like that. And then the hoodies, and when it's getting cold, I should have put some more out now, but it was just distribution issues and stuff. But we got a
What'd you do
lot.
for the quarantine, man? Did you do anything more on the brand side of bad times? Did you just do some personal growth? What did we do for the quarantine? Did you do some huge leaps in mankind for yourself, or were you able to keep it pretty steady and just
Yeah, it was steady. It was still kept working, still kept getting the stuff out, keep being safe, obviously.
right, right,
I did get
nice.
sick a few times. I never catch COVID, but I did get bed sick a few times. I had to stay home for a couple days. I stayed home for just a few weeks too out of the quarantine here and there, but I try to keep as busy as possible, still trying to keep busy, shooting photos wherever.
Wait, walk me through your process, man. What's your day to day look like? You wake up, you skateboard, you go to work, you walk me through a little bit of the process, man. You put a little bit towards the brand every day for bad times. You do something every day for that brand.
Been pretty lazy the past couple weeks, but we're slowly progressing. But normal, like I'll just wake up, decide this is a random day, just decide if I want to go skate or either take photos, eat first, go with my brother Steven to either skate, take photos, whatever, go eat somewhere, see the homies all the time. They're like the brothers, always see them, always doing something with them.
So you're big on the homies and just getting with your bros and
Yeah,
just
just
having good times with your bros.
yeah, capturing moments and stuff and whatnot, going in different parks or whatever as much as we can, but usually just stick to Pedlo.
Can we see a maybe like a Bad Times full length skate video coming out soon, man? I think you would have a real nice video. You got a lot of heavy hitters in that squad of yours, man. So I think that'd be real nice, man. What do you think?
I I'm trying not to like force them. I'm trying to let it come naturally instead of like saying we got to go hit some shit in the streets. Let's go, let's go.
Man, you got to tell them, man, you're the Don. You got to be like, listen, fellas, we're
I
waking up 5 a.m. We're gonna
they're
get your
tired. They
favorite
get
coffee.
tired of me. They get real tired of me. They could put me on mute
Oh,
easily. So
oh, yeah, I get that. I get that,
but
man.
they're not going nowhere. We're definitely we went the other day and we have a the heavy hitters put some heavy shit down and it was
All right,
pretty
all
cool.
right.
And it was nothing crazy, but it was just like you could see their styles and this it's what people would want to see, and it was just
It's
real cool.
putting a brick. You saw a brick get laid for that play.
Yes, I was
Wow.
like, all right, that was that we all knew. We were like, oh shit, that was we got some shit that night. It was pretty fun, pretty crazy. But full length, I wouldn't say soon, but it is an idea just to like have the team on it and show them because there is too many. I have to give a shout out to all of them. I have to do it right now. So there's Angel, there's Brandon, Andrew, Steven, Ivan. Who am I missing? Icy Prophet, Andrew, number 2.
Icy Prophet. That's a cool one right there. Shout
Nasty
out Icy
Andy.
Prophet.
And I might be Caesar, of course, can't forget that. And then all my brothers, Jimmy, DJ, Steven two times. I think that's about it.
Steven 2 times is his name, or we got 2 Stevens?
No, I just said it twice though. But Steven.
That could be his name, Stevie 2 times.
Stove Beats.
Stove Beats. All right, man. Shout out to all the bros, man. Keep it going, man.
That's all of them. But yeah, there's some stuff coming soon. I have some skits and stuff that I want to put out, like little videos that people wouldn't normally think that.
Your YouTube channel?
I think I should make one just to like,
man, start
I have
right.
like a few,
get it.
Yeah, I have a few edits I made that were like over 4 minutes and stuff that weren't anything crazy, but I could have put on YouTube just to have
you know what, man?
platform.
There's eyes for that stuff. Sometimes you don't think there is, but that's just because maybe you're just too busy with your own life. But you remember when we were kids, we were watching
wasting a lot of time watching random videos.
Oh yeah, but you know what? At the same time, it's not a waste of time at a certain age. You know, you're discovering if you have what you say you have on film, man, a lot of people could take from that because I see it in person and it's cool to see, man. Your squad is heavy. You shouted them out. That's a heavy squad, man. Some people got PD and Pablo. That's it. And you got the whole squad, man. Heavy squad.
It's again, and Bad Times isn't only me. It's like it's all of them. It's mainly them. Like they have it now. They own it. I have to give it to them. I'll just make the shirts and stuff with my brothers, and the team can have it.
Man, you hear that? People, he sacrificing himself for the brand, for the baby. I feel that. I don't mean to put it that way and put you on the spot, man. But I believe that and I see that, man. You're right. You let the squad carry it on because that's what it's all about, man.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to direct them or anything, or just let it flow naturally. And
you're not someone to boss people around and say, hey, do this, do that.
Definitely not. I could get like a little within the group, but I'm just trying to like keep everyone in check and like not be messing around when we shouldn't be. Yeah, like
naturally you gotta be, man. You're running an operation
and stuff, but like I'll take that proudly. Like I'm just a little more wise, and I'm trying to keep them out of trouble. And they have their wake up calls sometimes, but it's all fun and nothing's taken personally.
That's an interesting thing, right? Sometimes we learn from other people's mistakes, and then some people just got to learn them themselves. And we want to look out for people, and we want to pass on that information. And then sometimes you pass it on, passing along that information, people but just might not receive it the right way. So it's like, there's that thing where sometimes we got to experience it ourselves, and some people just got to go through that journey themselves, and just, you support them, you leave them, you let them do that. I don't think it's life, man. We all
There's
go through the
a
same thing.
there's a saying my brother told me, but I'm probably gonna mess it up. But he was like, certain people learn from their mistakes, and wise learn from others' mistakes. Wise people learn from others' mistakes.
Yep,
And that's just like how like he told me
that's
that,
right.
but that's like honestly like how I just go about anything
Yeah,
really. Like look at the first person doing it and see if they're doing it the wrong or right way, and then go about it your way.
I think that's a smart way to go about it too. If you ask me, that's the way you want to go about it. Just to reiterate that quote you said, some people learn from their mistakes, other people learn from other people's mistakes, and you choose
Or
which.
it was a wise people learn from others' mistakes.
Wise people. That's right. Well, we got to clarify the smart,
Well,
absolutely. We'll learn from it.
not like that, but like yeah, the wiser.
This is opinionated stuff. And I think a lot of people would
Mhm.
agree that sometimes you don't want to drink the poison yourself. You don't want to drink the poison. We don't want anybody to drink the poison. But if
Mhm.
anybody has, we want to, learn from it and just keep it from happening to us, because that's just
Mhm.
the way history is, man. We're just trying to do better as we go along.
Definitely.
Yeah, yeah. Nice, man. Nice. Well, nice, Chris. And what else, man? You're a wise gentleman. Besides owning a company, how long have you been, just doing everything you've been doing for, man? When did you become a business minded since birth? Were you just somebody who wanted to do all these crazy, huge things? Running a company, you're a videographer, you're a photographer. You have all these. You're like a director. You're a director, man. You're running a whole operation.
It's not really like a plan, or I didn't want to like it wasn't like from birth or whatever, but just from working my ass off out of high school and being in like construction jobs and whatnot, and just really toughing it out and doing what I wanted to be in construction, but didn't really want to be in there forever. I wanted just to like feel it out and learn stuff from it, and I've gotten that. I've learned from a lot of trades and been lucky enough to get into a lot of nice trades that taught me a lot of construction wise and just like building wise, and then obviously working in business wise and how stuff is made, and then the money that is put into that stuff to get made, and how you have to pay people. And I was lucky enough to be a shop manager for a glass company, and the owner was actually he was one of the most successful glass companies for huge scale uh, glass installations and like beach houses and stuff, glass
Wow.
railing. He owned a lot of patents for certain like frames for glasses, because a lot of companies didn't want to manufacture like how certain mansions have like 20-foot glass sliding windows. And you have to
Right,
make
like the
like,
specific ones that you don't just buy at Home Depot shaped like a square. They got these like
no,
extravagant shapes.
they're crazy.
You toss
They're
a
it's
baseball through that, you're in trouble.
No, a baseball bounced right back at you and probably hit you harder than you threw it at yourself.
Oh man, really?
Some
That's
of that
strong glass.
glass, like you could beat on it with a hammer and it won't break. But
Really?
like
Wow.
I learned a lot from him, just because I got a personal relationship with him because I was working closer with him, and he taught me a lot of just not necessarily on like uh merchandise business, but just like running a business in general, and what it takes, the money it takes into it to go into it, obviously, if you want to see money out of it and stuff like that, and the right moves to make, the right things to do before you make the moves. And it was just real, I really listened to it and really like asked all the questions I could, but I never really had that idea in mind. But talking back on the story of how bad times came in my mind, me and my best friend Edvin in high school, we had a brand and it's called Aftermath that he made, and he made the logo and everything. And we just made like a few long sleeves and stuff. They're super rare. There's like whoever that has them has them.
The
Like my
limited
brother,
5.
there's like 10 or something. Like it was super small, but
Oh man, that's pretty
like
rare, man. There's 10 of them out there. Somebody's
it's
got
pretty. It was pretty cool. They're pretty clean. They're a
it.
pretty clean long sleeve. It's super simple.
And this was in high school with your buddy,
Mhm.
and this was his thing. This was his. You guys started
It
it
was like
together.
our thing. We were talking about it, and then we decided on the name, and then he was like, "All right." And but then he initially bought the he paid for the shirts and to get them made because he wanted to do it. So he like hopped on it and did it.
You guys could have done like a split, hey, but it sounds like he took it over. But naturally, you got your own thing anyway, so whatever. But
No, we just never did anything with it. It just like
of
died off
course,
in high school. But then after high school, when I was working like 3 years after high school, I was like writing bad times on everything. Like throughout after high school, like while I was working, I was just like writing bad times. Like, cause I was having a shitty time at work. Like I was working in the sun or whatever. I'm 18, fresh, working in like
right.
hard
You got all the energy.
construction. Like,
You got the
yeah,
energy of a stallion, and you're out here packing meat and just selling burgers. Not literally you, but we're doing
yeah,
it.
yeah. I was like slaving in the sun and whatnot. I was just like bad times, bad times. And I was like, I still want to make a brand. And then I was thinking of names, and I was like thinking of like names like hard. And you should never do that. I feel like when you're trying to think of something to name something, or even a caption, when people like get serious about that, like don't even think about it, and then something will pop into your head and you'll be like, oh, and you can pick at it like that way. Like I kept like just focusing hard and trying to do it, and I was telling my friend, he was like, no, no, no. And then like I didn't bring it up for like a year, and then I like bad times popped into my head. Like I said something and I was like, I have too many ideas that are based around this name. Like I need to do something with it. And I just keep drawing them in this notebook. And I text him and I was like, hey, what do you think of bad times? And he's like, oh, it's pretty cool, but I don't know. And I was like, I'm gonna do it anyways. I was like,
Nice, man. So
I want to do it. But then it was like that's when I started like,
you got a little pushback. He
yeah,
even pushed back a little bit with the name, and you said, "No, man, I think we got something with this one."
it was like it wasn't like a bad nudge or whatever, but he was like, that is cool, but it was like, I don't know. And I was
Even
like,
just
I'm
a
gonna
little nudge, man. Even just a little nudge. Some people are like, you're right. You're right. They take a lot of other people. You don't receive feedback well, and even though you say it was a low nudge, you knew, you felt that.
I was like, no, I was like, we got it. I was like, I'm gonna do it. But then I didn't like really act on it until 2020, when I officially like registered it and everything. But I was from that time on, I was just like writing phrases, writing little things, thinking of how to design a shirt or put a logo on a shirt, different logos to write.
You're self-taught for everything. You didn't go to school for this. You looked up YouTube videos and
Well,
you did all the research.
my brother, like for screen printing, he was doing shirts and stuff.
Nice. So
And
you had
just
your
like,
bro to.
yeah, like he helps me out. It's me and him when we do them, and we knock them out, and it's a 2-man show right there, 3-man show. Sometimes my brother will help us, but
But you're
it's
the
all
owner
like,
of Bad Times, and he has his brand. What's the brand
yeah,
again? Let's give it another shout out.
ruthless designs.
Ruthless
It'll
Designs.
be flipped, I think, but
Nice. I like that, man. Even that logo's clean. I like that. Hey, Chris, man, we've been talking about the brand. We've been talking about, future ideas. How about skateboarding? Let's talk a little bit about skateboarding. When did you start skateboarding?
let's talk about your skateboarding first. For those that don't know, Troy's a wizard.
Man,
Craziest nollie tray flips, craziest fakey big flips, and I'm pretty sure big flips, whatever you name it, he's got the style in the bank on lock.
man.
It's a sight to see. It's a sight to see. You could do the same trick over and over, and I'd scream the same amount of times I would for the first one because
Hey,
they're
man.
clean.
Big respects, man. Big respects.
Praise Troy on the bank and on the flat. It's crazy.
Hey, man,
But
I'm cooking some new stuff. I'm trying to put out, I'm
me
trying to
too.
not,
I'm trying. My knees are giving out, but I'm trying.
you got like a stretch routine or anything when you get out there? Or you just
I
let
I
the,
I used to, but then I lacked on it. But I do my little stretches in the morning and whatnot, and I feel pretty good and loose when I go right into the park. But I'll do a few stretches, but never like a serious routine or anything.
are you fitting into any of these trends with all the health nuts out there? You got
Yeah,
any strict
I've
diet?
I've always tried to be healthy or
Conscious
in a
higher.
way. Yeah, like not like I eat junk food obviously, but never to like a terrible extent. Like I know
Yeah,
when
but
not to eat it and when to eat at home and whatnot.
you're a generally healthy looking guy, man. So you
Yeah.
got it figured out. So you going to the gym before this quarantine thing? I know the
No,
gym's
I
opening up,
don't.
and
The gym's the skate park for me, or I'll do some
yeah, yeah, yeah,
push-ups and
yeah. I
lift
got
some
you.
dumbbells and whatnot. But
Rocky Balboa style. We're flipping tires,
yeah, I'm punching meat and stuff and
punching meat and flipping
punching
tires.
skateboard grip and whatnot. That's what
Hey
makes
man,
it.
that'll get you. You see some of these videos, and you see in these Asian countries, they're kicking poles, and they're not even
Bamboo sticks and shit. Like God, trees, tackling trees and stuff.
tackling trees. No, I once heard from a guy who lived in Japan. He said he saw that out there to strengthen their grip or their knuckles. They would punch like rice, like they just punch bags of rice, man, and that stuff would just cut them up and get pretty rough. So I'm like, man, they're using rice out there, and we're looking for the gym, man. Everybody's like, I need a gym to stay
There's
healthy.
other ways. There's got to
There's
be other ways.
there's other ways, man. There's other ways. Hey man, so how are we looking for the rest of the year? You got plans for bad times? You got like a summer, winter, fall? You got that laid out yet, or you just
I
kind of
think I might
play?
save. Yeah, I'm playing it by ear, but I have like a little calendar that I made and that I put what I want to put out. But it's pretty simple. I'm not going too crazy this year just because still COVID's like there and I
Mm-hmm.
still have a lot of ideas where I want to have people like want to have a group of people there and like not shows, but like just like a small event or a pop-up or something, but like not necessarily a pop-up at a shop, like a
You
pop-up
should,
at
man. You should
like
get like a clothes hanger, clothesliner type of thing, and just have the shirt sitting there at the park. You got a lot of friends
I
that'll
don't
look
want to
out for
go
you.
there. Like I feel
Nah.
like not necessarily there. I want them to come somewhere else and get like a feel of like something
Okay.
different, get a different vibe and whatnot.
Yeah, man. I mean, if you go to Melrose in Fairfax or just Melrose in West Hollywood, you got a lot of people outside of, excuse me, just just the pop-up stores, the big stores outside. You got a lot of people on the sidewalks doing exactly that. They got
Mhm,
brands, they got them lined up, and people are looking them out. So there's ways to do it, man. There's a lot of
mhm.
entrepreneurial opportunities out there. You know what I mean? I think it's the people that think outside the box sometimes and just make it happen, right?
I got a few
That's
things. I'm waiting on the right time. Not want try not to spoil it or jump the gun and do too much too soon or something. But I
I
do
got you,
have
man.
I got a few things planned out, but I'm not going too crazy for like collections or anything yet. Just like a few set pieces that I want to get off and like just show and have give the people a chance to get something that's like a piece of not art, but just like something cool that they could wear. But I try to keep everything not limited, but it is limited in a way, but it's just the way it is. Like I'm not trying to make the reoccurring shirt 500 times or however many
Right.
times and keep putting it out through the whole year. Like
Hey,
if you
man. In
want
many ways,
something,
it is limited. I don't think you're wrong to say it at all in that way. It's limited. People buy it, man. How? Let's shout out the website, man. What's the website?
it's on my Instagram, but it's just through a big cartel, but it's bad times USA at bigcartel.com.
Bad times at bigcartel.com.
Bad times USA at
Bad
big
times
cartel.
USA. Got
Yeah,
you. Got you. We're gonna put it all at the bottom, man. We'll
for
get it
sure,
in
for
there.
sure.
All right, man. Well, hey, let me think, man. We've gone over some topics. What?
We can
How
keep
about
talking about or go on, go on. I don't want to
let's
cut you
keep
off.
going, man. We'll keep it going, man. Let me think. So you got how about just you on your own end, man, with the ideas you say you're cooking up and you don't want to just introduce. Is this all with bad times? Do you have some other personal projects you're working on, or is bad
Yeah,
times your big
that's the
you
main thing. I still have like my photography stuff that I try and or that I do not every day, but I do try and take a picture. Like honestly, like every day I'll try and take something, but
you said
never
you want
like
to put a
wait.
book out? Would
Yeah,
that book be
or
like a bad
or
times book?
no, it'd be like a Chris Webber book,
Man, let's see that book, man. That'll be
but
clean.
it would obviously be sold through Bad Times and sponsored by Bad Times or
Bad
whatever, and
times. I got you.
have that heavily influenced in there. But it'd also be just photography I've been uh saving, not trying to post on Instagram and itching.
You got a photography page, or you just
Just
sitting on a lot of good photos that nobody has seen yet?
I have a too many pictures, like I running out of space, and I
Put them out, man. Put them out. Let's
getting
see them.
overwhelmed with them. I could put them. I don't want to put them all out too soon because there is like a. It's funny. I was looking through them the other day, and I have like a reoccurring theme throughout the photos throughout the year, and they all kind of fit nice. So I could put those all together at different times throughout the year, but put them in different little segments. And then I have stuff that I want to focus on, and not like direct, but like have my way of just shooting, and like little concepts that I have of putting out a book based around shooting a certain things or whatever.
I think you should, man. I think a lot of people should look into doing that because how many of us have photos that we're sitting on that I think in general we want to see that, man. If you just put out, like you said, you see a continuing repeating pattern, a theme, if that's because that's like the narrative that you're sort of telling with your eyes and your mind. I think that, you know, that's how it's, I know whether how it sounds coming out in word, but that's really what it is, right? It's that narrative that's being told, man. And I think we could really love to see that, man. That'd be nice. Like a Bad Time sponsored Chris Webber book, behind the scenes, the man behind the action, and just like BTS behind the scenes. That'd be real nice, man.
I'm working on something. It's just gets overwhelming looking at all the pictures, and I get lost in them, and I'm like, ah, geez, where did I begin? Now I'm lost on where I was sorting everything. And
What are you shooting with? You shooting on film or you shooting on like a DSLR?
strictly film only all the time.
Film only. Check them out, you guys, man. That's a big
Film
thing right
only.
there. Film only.
It's
That's
I've been shooting film for 5.5 years or 6 years now. I started shooting in high school. That's where I learned, like, I was put in a film photography class, and then I had to get a camera, and then I came home and I asked my mom for a camera, or where I could get a film camera, because we couldn't get a disposable camera because we were learning how to shoot photography, or learning photography.
yeah, yeah, I got you.
And she gave me my grandpa's camera. I'll show it right now. I have it right here.
Man, you got your grandpa's camera. That's a you're gonna shoot the best photos in that one because that's a cherishable item, man.
Definitely. They're nothing special, but they're my grandpa's camera, so there's sentimental value to it. And anyone can
Absolutely.
get these cameras. They're not crazy, but this was the first camera I started shooting on. It's like a higher end point and shoot kind of, that you have a lens to change, because you
Nice.
can put it in automatic, and then you can put it in manual and have all your control over everything.
Got you.
This is what I normally shoot on.
Ooh, nice. Canon AE1.
One.
Man, there you go. That's the tool right there. Man, that's a beautiful, beautiful instrument.
It's pretty nice. I like it a lot. But this is my grandpa's. But I have another body that I bought, so I could put that one away and just keep it, because I have shot a lot of photos off that, but it started to like act weird on me. But I don't want to get it fixed or anything. I'd rather just leave it to where it's at and just put it away and keep it as a trophy, or just a nice thing to have around.
Yeah, man,
Not
keep
get
that
rid
for
of.
life. Keep that
Yeah,
forever, man. That's a
definitely,
that's a
definitely.
forever tool right there.
Mm.
What are some of your things that you want to shoot besides the stuff that you already have? Is there some stuff that you're sitting on? Sometimes we just come across things that we like to shoot that we just kind of it's a little out there, out of what people normally see. But you notice that you really like to, is there anything like landscapes, some animals? What you got?
No, I can't say that I don't like landscape, but I don't really go out my way to shoot landscape. But I do have a few landscape shots that I took like on accident, but really I had like leading lines and everything real nice,
Ooh,
focused
clean.
with the street, and it was just like a nice grid, and the composition of it was real like nice, and I didn't realize that I was doing it, and I was like, oh, that's just how I look at everything through my eyes, and I just want to take a picture of it. Like, that's what I saw looking over there, and I took a picture of the clouds or whatever. But
Be kind of cool to get like a picture per shirt purchase. You know what I mean? Like a picture
as
of
I
like the process of you making it. Maybe like some in the behind the scenes or something.
I
Maybe
was
just
gonna
like
give I was gonna start giving away a few like random prints to like the first few people that do an order online, because those are like the first people that really want it. They'll order it offline or
Right.
online. And I give away like a few like prototype things I've been working on, like a patch or something, or a sticker or whatever, and a bag. I'll just be generous and give something away. Just I want people to be like, oh damn, like this is, no one else has this or whatever. This was
You give a lot of
crazy.
product away, or do you make a lot of people pay for their stuff? You know, because some
I've
people.
given, I like to give most of it away, but I do have to make a cut and make my profit or make my money back from what I spent. But I'm never really focused on like uh getting the profit from it. Like I know what it takes and how many I have to sell, obviously, to get what I need back. But I do like to give most of them away, just for the fact like that's a marketing strategy too, or like a publicity strategy. You give it to somebody, they're going to wear it, that's not normally from around here, so it's over there now, and then somebody's going to see it, they're going to ask about it. If they do, they'll tell that guy, and then it's over there and it stems, they might order something, somebody from over there might like it, someone from over there. It's just a way to get it out and put it on people.
Would you ever consider doing something like a contest at a park? You show up maybe either at Pedlo because that's local, or at another one and just say, "Hey, you know, we're coming down with shirts, we're coming down with prizes," and that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, I did a little one, but it was not a little one, but I was just like, if you guys want a free shirt, just do a trick off the nugget, like go and whoever wants it, just I'll give you a shirt.
Nice,
And then I just gave away a bunch of shirts right there for whoever was trying a trick, even if they didn't land it. I was like, just take a shirt, because it was super windy too. And I was like,
really,
here, there you go, just take it. But yeah, I do have like some
man. That
stuff
must
in
have been
mind.
like Christmas. That sounds awesome, man. I just picture
There
you just giving out shirts and people throwing down, man.
there's some little kids pretty high. I try to give it all to the younger kids because I had a lot of smaller sizes, but they're all pretty hyped. And I was like, it's nothing, dude. Come by again. I'll give you a free shirt if you want. Like,
Man, that's awesome. That's
mhm.
big respects to you, Chris. You love to spread that brand out, man, and that's real awesome, brother. Lots of respect to you for that, man. That a lot of people
Thank
won't
you.
do that. They won't give their stuff away, man. They're just like,
Yeah,
they're,
they want that money for it, but it's, if you're focused on the money, you're not gonna really make anything. If you gotta be focused on like putting out some real stuff.
is your ultimate goal to have Bad Times be the full running operation? Most likely, right? You want Bad Times to carry the ship for you one day, right? You don't want to have to do construction or anything. Would that be the ultimate success for you, or what does success look like in your eyes? Maybe 10 years down the line, or just
Yeah,
down the line.
I definitely do want this to grow and be like as big as it possibly can. And if I can live off this, I would love to. But I am very optimistic and real, and I do open my eyes and see it could possibly not work, and I would have to work or do something. But I feel confident in the trades I know and what I am able to do, and me the means I have to make ends meet and whatnot. I'm not really I'm a too simple, honestly, to live. Like if it works out, I'll be very proud. If it doesn't, I'm not gonna be crying in my own puddle and whatnot.
Hmm. That's a lot of people will cry in that puddle for a real long time, huh?
No, but I am focused on it, and I'm putting all my all into it, and I want this definitely to grow, and I want to put what I have in my mind and what I'm working on out, and just for people to see. Not looking for publicity or like fame or anything or popularity or money otherwise, just I want to create stuff, and if people like it, then it's cool. I appreciate it.
Is there ever been anything that almost made the operation come to a full end? Maybe like a personal, so maybe a loss of income. Sometimes we just lose a job, something happens, and then suddenly we're like, hey, this is for the time being, this is kind of a passion thing. This is kind of, something that's only able to be operated for as long as it can be. Was there anything in this past year that you said, man, I might have to put this on pause, or were you pretty steady with the whole thing?
I
Fortunately
was
for that whole year.
It was pretty steady for the whole year. Towards the end of the year, there were a few things that just like ordering wise and not being able to put out what I wanted to was like the smallest bump, but it was all right. Like I could live without that, but that was just like the most inconvenient thing. And then just scheduling days is a little weird sometimes because other people be working or they're busy and we can't get everything done. But pretty it's been pretty nice to me and not bad
Nice,
or
man.
anything. Nothing too harsh has came up, but
What do you see that other brands are doing right now that you think are, that's really working for them and just that you might want to implement into the company? Anything?
uh what other brands are doing? There's a few. Death Brigade, that's a really big one coming up right now. They're just being consistent. You just have to be consistent.
On
If
the
you're
on the social media, or as consistent
just
on just?
on uh kind of in a way in social media to keep that attention flowing through your page and keeping that in the algorithm and whatnot. But you can, if you just have like a dedicated following, whenever you hit a post or do one thing, if you do it once in a blue moon, they're gonna support it and like it. But I God, I went blank again, my bad.
No, that's all good, man. So I'll ask you again my question. So the question was, if you think that if there's anything you see brands out there doing, like you guys on TikTok, are you gonna make that move to TikTok anytime soon? We talked about the YouTube. Man, I would love to see that YouTube. Just I know
Yeah,
you're doing your
YouTube's
own
gonna be
thing.
one, but TikTok, I don't think. I just don't like the theme around it. It's like more for kids in a way, and then there's just obviously like girls all on it. So there's just a bunch of dudes looking for a good looking girl on there doing some dance or something. So I don't think they're really looking for a brand.
Right, right.
But there's like it's more like creative. Got the cat taking over.
Mm-hmm. Cat's taking over, man.
It's
Sharky.
it's more like a creative video based platform, I feel, but more different, like quick stuff, like in your face,
Yeah, it's kind of hard to get your
like
brand to be marketed on it because it's just
yeah,
like a lot
it's
of
gotta be like a
dancing, a lot of.
catchy video or something.
Right, right. All right, guys, coming up after our commercial break, we're gonna just talk to Chris a little bit more, and we're gonna keep things going with the momentum. All right, you guys. All right, give me one sec, man. This cat's acting up a little bit, so we're gonna chat a little bit more, and then we'll wrap it up, man. We got a good
All
conversation.
right, this is
He's
good.
crazy, man. Say what's up, Sharky. He's funny, man. Look
What's
at him.
going on? I'd
He's
have to
he
show
loves
you
it.
the Frenchie we had, but he's sleeping.
Oh man, let me put him away. He loves to get the attention. Hold on, buddy. All right, you guys, we're back with Chris talking about bad times. We're talking about the future. We got big plans, man. We're just not letting them out yet because, we want to let it cook. We want to let it sit. Like I've said this here before, but I'll say it again, man. Pesci says, you say what you're gonna do before you do it. You shoot yourself in the foot before you go for a marathon. So you try to keep it under closed sheets before you let it out there, right? You want to.
Look, I got a
Man, there you go, man. That's a clean wallpaper right there, man. There you go, man. You got the guy on your wallpaper himself, man. Let me see that again. Let's get that back in there one more time. Man. That's a good photo. Yup. Did you have that there before already? You had the
yeah
man.
yeah.
That's
I like how you're putting all the mob movies in Casino, the Goodfellas, all the Scorsese movies and stuff. Like that's one of my favorite directors, and like Quentin
Scorsese.
Tarantino. Like those are like I really only like those two as what basic as it may seem or whatever. But that's the style of film like I like, and I like how they keep it on film too when they're
Yeah,
actually
absolutely.
recording these movies or shooting these movies all on film. But
Thousand
yeah, I had
percent,
that
man.
on there. And it's cool that you do that you put all the little snippets, because on my page I have a few snippets of like a Bronx Tale and Casino, just like a few snippets on there, just like some like Joe Pesci is on there and Robert De Niro.
Nice, man. Nice.
It's
You
it's
know what?
it's
I have to check back in there because I may have just brushed through that, but that's awesome,
it's
man.
yeah,
You
they're
see,
like just at the end on the little highlights, but
nice,
I
man.
definitely it's I have some mob stuff coming too. I really enjoy like the mob history, and
What's your favorite? What's your favorite mob movie? If you had to throw it out there right now,
I
would you?
don't I'd say like Casino or something because I don't really
Casino's
have
good.
one, or like Goodfellas, like just those two. Like obviously that I don't really. I looked more into the history of like Al Capone and
Right.
Magadinos and everyone.
Right, man.
Like
And the crazy thing is they've put some bad ones out. They had Travolta do that Gotti movie and nobody
uh
watched. They had Tom Hardy do the Capone
I
movie.
watched
No,
that one, and that one was it was
nah, it was
cool, but
it's cool.
it wasn't
No
like a
good.
good. It was
Man,
like
it's
a
Tom Hardy too. You know, he's good,
yeah.
man. He's good, but
It just wasn't it. It just wasn't it. It was a cool thing to have a mob movie, but it just wasn't that mob movie.
what was it? It just didn't piece together that well. This
It
the
was
was it that script? Did they slack on the script a little bit?
yeah, they could. It felt really quick and real short, and like I remembered the whole movie after. And I like a movie where I have to think back and like, because I don't really watch movies. I can't sit down to watch a movie,
And
but
a
when I
movie guy.
do, it's like a good. I need a good movie.
What are your hobbies right now? You got skateboarding is your main hobby. You got anything else?
Photography, trying to get into like sewing, and I have my embroidery machine that I just that's not really a hobby because it's like a machine I can just tell to do a
No, it
design with
is,
it.
man. It absolutely is.
But yeah, I just have to understand like the threading and tension and all that stuff. But it's just those. Skating's the number one, will always be until I can't no more. But
Absolutely, man. What'd you think about that new Irishman movie? Did you watch that?
no, I
The
haven't
new
been keeping
Scorsese
up
movie?
with any movies. Oh wait, the new
It
one,
was
I heard of something coming out. I
he
haven't
put
seen
it
the
he
real
put
trailer though. I haven't seen the real trailer. I haven't found the actual video. I looked it up the other day, but I couldn't find the actual trailer for it.
oh man, so you're not in movies at all too much because it came
No,
out I think a year ago almost, but it wasn't that, it was cool, but it wasn't his best work. There's better things. But that's interesting, man. So you're like, I didn't even see the trailer,
well,
man.
no, I
Hey,
think no, I think I'm getting it mixed up with a new film he has coming out. I think he has a new one coming out. If you've heard of it, I forget the name of it. I was
really?
looking it up the other day.
Ooh, so
It's
you might
supposed to
be
be
ahead of.
coming out. It's supposed to be coming out soon.
Ooh, man. So I may have spoken too soon. You know better than me, man.
No, I
Sheesh.
don't. I don't know. I was just on it the other day that
What do
you
you think
got
about all
the
these people who are connected to the social all day, man? I hear that the gamers these days, if you want to be a successful gamer, these guys are never online, offline, man. I hear they're
yeah.
never
You got to
off.
be like playing games all day. I have my nerd moments and nerd hours when I go and play the video game, and I could say I'm pretty good. I'm not no
You're,
noob or anything. I'll say I'm a nerd. I take my online gaming. I'll
you'll punch
trash
in some
talk on
hours.
there.
You're putting in some work in the bag.
Yep.
Nice, man. Hey, man. Well, you know what? That's just that's the future, man. That's what it's
Mhm,
made for. That stuff's
mhm.
really advanced these days too. It's
Pretty
some of
crazy.
those games, man, are crazy with the realism and whatnot. And
Yep.
to be honest with you, people you say what you want about it, but I think that they really do progress the mind in many ways because it
Yeah,
make you
they
sort of
definitely
work
do.
through problem solving and whatnot. It's all real.
Yeah.
The mind
Makes
doesn't
you
know the difference.
makes you think a lot quicker too, and make a like it's in a game, so you can make a quicker decision, and then you can bring that to life, or actually, or it's already in your brain to react quicker to that, and then you just like seeing stuff with your eyes and watching things like that's just like stimulating your brain and whatnot, and
Just
also
from a go
hurting
ahead,
your
go ahead.
eyes and whatnot from staring at the screen for
Oh,
2 hours or whatever.
there's that too, right? They're gonna have to figure out what to do about the screens, man. Because I feel like screens are just all the HD and the 4K and all that. That stuff's gonna get a little wild for our eyeballs.
Mhm.
The eyeballs are either gonna have to evolve, with evolution, or we're gonna have to change the screens up, man. Because these things are, they're little. The eyes can't take all this screen power, man. Too much screen power,
Definitely.
man. We got the laptop, we got the phone, we got the TV, and then we go order from the LED screen
Yep. Or off our phone too. Yeah, right there.
off the phone, man. Are you doing DoorDash and Postmates all day, or are you still one of these originals picking up your food?
I'll pick up my food. I'll go
Pick
and
up your food.
walk to the uh store and go get my food. Like I'm not gonna. I'll go ride my bike or skate to the store to get food. Like or I'll
Man,
drive.
that's a lost art, man. Some people won't even leave their house. They
People don't. I
automatically
don't
go
see a
to
lot of
work.
people walking, and when you come across someone walking on the street, like it's like they're weirded out to say hi or something. Because I'll greet somebody if I walk by them, like just to greet them and acknowledge them. Like I'm
Right,
not
right.
a weirdo or something, and I'm polite enough to greet you. We're walking and we're on this earth, but a lot of people are just weird to that. Like,
Not reciprocating, not
mhm.
responding the way you
Or
would
even like a
expect.
wave. Like if you skate by someone on the sidewalk and you're like that, and they're just like I'm being polite and I'm greeting you. Like,
People are
what's
weird,
wrong with that?
man. People are, maybe we just sometimes don't know what other people are thinking in their minds. But yeah, we got to get more social. Hopefully, with the phones, we
Hmm.
don't get less social. We've like they say they're trying to bring us closer together. So hopefully that's true. Hopefully, phones do that, man. We're having to run our businesses online, and in many ways we can get more eyes than ever before on the brand. Right back then, we could get 100, 200. It might be a real success. Now it's realistic to say you could get a million eyeballs on that view,
Hmm.
on that page.
Most definitely. Most
Hey,
definitely.
Chris, man, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on the show, man. Let's get you back on in the future, and let's catch up on what you put out again, man. Let's
Most
let's let's get you
definitely.
on.
I appreciate it and thank you for having me on here.
I appreciate you, Chris. Any last words, man? Anything you want to leave us with before you go?
Shout out Bad Times. Shout out Troy. Shout out Pedlo. And shout out Brandon Lopez. Last thing.
Last thing, let's get the social medias, man. Can we get all the social medias? Where do we find you? Where do we find Bad Times?
It's Bad Times underscore USA on Instagram. And then that's the brand. And then I have my uh personal page or my photography page, whatever page. It's Wally's and shit. So like Wally's and then N and shit.
We'll get it down there so that we get
Yeah,
the
yeah.
appropriate spelling.
If it
Nice.
would, those who know, but
Those who
that's the
know
name.
know.
And then Stove Beats. Shout out Stove Beats and Ruthless Designs and Mr. Poquito Pito. That's it.
Shout out to Poquito Pito, man,
And
and
shout out my mom right there.
shout out to mom. Absolutely, man. Shout out to all the moms out there doing a lot for us, man. Us
Yeah,
kids, man. We making us into smart, strong gentlemen out here, making moves and taking over, man.
most definitely.
Nice, man. Well, all right, Chris. It's been an absolute pleasure having you on the show, brother. And we're gonna get you on in the future, and we're gonna follow up with everything that you guys have brought into fruition.
Thank you, man. It was fun having to be on here. I'm gonna be working on some designs and stuff, like little things to get it quick and get it going quicker, just to put my stuff on paper.
Whenever, man. Whenever you got it going on, man, we're here and we'll talk about it and we'll chop it up.
Definitely, definitely.
Hey, big respects, brother, man. Chris, you're the man, brother. It's been an absolute pleasure, and I really appreciate you for coming on and putting this out there and just using your words and your wisdom and sharing it with the world, man.
Definitely. Thank you again for having me on here. It was fun.
Let's see what we plan, man. Whatever you got, I want to be, I want to help you however I can, man. And I know you feel the same way. I know.
Sure. If you need a photographer, let me know. We got the arsenal here.
All right, man. Yeah, you got the
Film
arsenal.
exclusively.
We'll figure something out, man. We'll see what happens. Everything's small time right now, and we're gonna work our way from the bottom up. But I promise you, it's gonna work out, man, for everybody. Bad times. We're gonna meet up later in the year, and you're gonna have your stuff, and we're gonna have the show, and we're gonna be, celebrating, man. We'll have some champagne and everything, man.
Hell yeah, definitely have the real podcast setup going.
Yeah, man. You see how it is. It's a very tongue-in-cheek operation. You know what I mean? We just chop it up. Everybody's like, "How'd you make it happen?"
Real. It's real.
It's real, man. It's real. It's as real as it gets.
Thank